All right, so welcome. So glad that you guys are here, and today we're gonna be talking about personal development. Things that we'll be talking about is how to better your financial situation. If you have been under financial stress for a long time and you've been wondering what it is that is happening over here, you haven't been able to find an answer. I hope that this class has the answer for you. So let me share something over here with you, and so that way we can keep on going with the class. Again, my name is Luis Rivera, and thank you for being here. So this is my wife, Rihanna, and we've been together since 2014. We got married in 2019, and we have a little Benji boy and another boy coming soon. Things that we love, nature and animals, and we're passionate about helping people, traveling, and yeah, we're passionate about talking about money, finances, and basically just have freedom to do the things that you want to do whenever you want to do them, and not to have that excuse that because we don't have money we cannot do those things. So yeah, it's a good topic. We have been experiencing this topic all our lives, and that's why it's so interesting for me to talk about this, because this is going to be, I mean, this has been one of the biggest challenges that I have had. And so yeah, I'm just excited to talk about, so yeah, you will love this. For this class, we're going to be talking about some things. That's a beautiful picture right there. So that's a picture of El Salvador, one of the beaches there, and it's so beautiful when Rihanna and I went on vacation. So it's a nice place. But so that actually right there, that picture right there is one of the why, you know, the why, the reasons. Why do you want to be financially free? Why do you want to go through this financial adventure, and get better in your life, and become better personally, like work on this personal development. Why do you want to do that? So I guess this picture over here is a good example. The one of my whys, one of my reasons. I want to be free to travel the world. I want to be able to go to places. This is the place where it's about 45 minutes from where I was born, and but I also want to go to other countries, other places where I can actually go to the beaches and enjoy life. So yeah, this is one of the good examples of why it is important for me to develop my personal finances, my personal development, my personal just growth in general to get better. So family is one of the things I want to have a family, and I want to enjoy my family. I want to be able to do things with my family, travel, have parties at home, have a decent house, have decent things that a normal family need. And yeah, every time I think about my family, I think about, hey, I need to get better at what I'm doing. I need to do more things, better things, so that way I can generate more and have a better life together with my family. Friends, I want to have more friends. I want to have the time to visit friends and enjoy with friends, and to be able to have better friends, and to be able to be a better friend for my friends, instead of being somebody who always carries problems, and when I visit them, that um, we are, let's say, a burden, like a talk of bad news. I don't want to be that, So I want to be able to be an inspiration and be the good news for others, and not to not to be the loser one that instead of bringing good into their lives, brings bad into their lives. No, I don't want to be that. And like I was saying, I also want to travel with my family, travel anywhere, see other people from other countries, other lifestyles, other cultures, be able to do those things, be able to explore, understand how the world works. Maybe the things that I see over here and that I understand here, maybe there's a different, completely different way of living on the other side of the world. I don't know that. I would have to explore that in order to understand that. And I also want to help others. If I'm able to better my life, I want others that have been in the same situation to also be able to better their lives. So we have five discoveries, and I call them over here steps because that's what we are used to listen, used to understand. There's steps to do this, this and that. I call them discoveries, and the reason why I call them discoveries is because we have to go through these five different things in order to change our lives, in order to change the way how we function with our money, with our time, with our thoughts. And we put them over here together, right? And this is the order how it happened. And this is pretty much basically what I'm here, to train, to talk about these things. So the first thing that I want to talk about in these five discoveries is you have to discover your income. You have to check your income. And um, why do we have to check our income when we already know what our income is? So there's a reason behind this, right? There's a thing hidden over here that we have to find, and in order to find that, we have to understand what it is that we're doing. So we have to check our income so that way we can see and understand how much we are making. Sometimes we go year by year making money and not really understanding how much it is that we are making. Usually we compare ourselves to our coworkers, and if we are making a few bucks more than the others, we think that we're pretty cool and that we are actually doing really well. Um, so I want you to think about that again, because if you are trying to change your life, if you're here because you are tired of what you've been going through and now it is time to change that life and to make more money and to do more things. So what does it take to get to that place where you want to be? You know how much you're making right now. So, but just think about that. Think about it. So what you are making, is that enough for the lifestyle that you want, or it is not? Actually, let's just um, take a step back and let's ask ourselves, what kind of lifestyle is the one I want? Because that's I guess that's the better question right here. What kind of lifestyle do I want? If you are here taking these classes because you want to change your life, so what kind of change do you want? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to, um, well, everything almost pretty much comes down to that, making more money, right? But why? Why is it that you want to make more? Is it that you want to have a bigger house? Is it that you want to have a house because you don't have a house right now? Is it because you want to have better vehicles? Maybe your vehicle, the one you're driving right now, is breaking down all the time. Is it because you want to be able to afford better restaurants, better clothing, maybe travel. I met this guy at work when I was an employee, and I asked him. He was probably like around 30 years old, and I asked him, um, what part of the world, or basically like what countries that you have visited, um, which one's the one that you like the most? And the guy said, I have not visited any other country. I've been all my life just in this country. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. And then he said, as a matter of fact, I have never lived Texas. And I was like, what? And he said, yep, I've never been out of state. And I was like, wait a minute, this guy's like 30 years old and he has never been out of state. So, yeah, so that just takes me back, and that's one of the questions. Like, is it that you want to travel more? The why you're doing this? Is it because you have ill parents and maybe you want to help them more? Is it because you just want to help people in general? Is it because what is it? What is it, huh? Is it you want to have more vacations, go visit better places, enjoy those vacations that you see that in the movies people take? What is it that you want? You want to give a better life to your children? So whatever that reason, um, whatever it is that you want, you have to think about it. And that lifestyle and those things that you want to enjoy in life, how expensive are they? Like how much money do you have to make in order to have that lifestyle? Right? So that's the question right there. So once you already know what it is that you want to be doing in life, right? What it is that you want to accomplish, have, and enjoy. Once you know that, then you can pay attention to how much you're making and just be like, wait a minute. So if I need this much in order to have this type of lifestyle, and I'm only making this much, damn. I'm so far away from that dream income in order to fulfill what I want from life, right? And that's exactly what I want you to do today. I want you to understand how much it is that you're making compared to what kind of lifestyle you want. Because every single lifestyle has a price. There is no lifestyle for free. I mean, even being a homeless, which is a lifestyle, is not free. Even they go through things. Even homeless people go through things. So there's nothing that it will not take any effort from your part and that you can have. No, everything has a cost. Everything has a price. So that's what we have to understand. What it is that we want and what is the price to have that. What do I have to do? How much do I have to work? What kind of work do I have to do? Um, and understand that. Once you have figured that out, then just think about, think back about your what you how much money you're making. Your paycheck. Is what I'm making right now enough to afford that lifestyle that I want? Is this enough? Am I making enough? Or not? I mean, I'm sure that you will know immediately, like, nope, what I'm making is not enough to get what I want to get. Because otherwise you would already have it, right? So, but by understanding how much money you're making and how much money you actually need, there's something right there that is very beautiful, and that is that you get to this realization, like, oh shoot, I am not in a good place. I need to get better and do more and do something that is gonna take me to the next level, right? So, and that's what I want, that's what I wanted to happen over here. That you figured out that where you are right now is basically based on the type of person you are, the type of job you have, and the type of money you're making. Because things can change if you change, if your job change, if your income change, things can change, and that can take you where you want to be. So now that you know that, uh-oh, I'm not making enough to have the lifestyle that I want, how much do I have to make? Now that you know how much do you have to make, now think about, okay, I already know where I want to go, and now I can see where I am. So now I got to figure out what I have to do or where I have to go through in order to get where I want to be, right? And so that's the point of this. So that way we can understand where we're going and then figure out what we have to do in order to get there. Do you have to stop hanging out with friends on the weekend? And instead of that, you're going to have to start reading books, or instead of that, you're going to have to take classes, enroll in college or community college, whatever it is. Maybe. I mean, that's if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. You know, take some other classes and learn a different degree. It may take you another 2 to 3 years, but if what you have right now is not taking you where you want to be, you have to make some changes. And so that's the beauty of this, realizing how much we're making and realizing where, the type of life that we want, where we want to be. That will give us some clues of what we have to do, what we have to change in order to get there. Maybe it's get a better position at work. Maybe you're only making this much, but you have to make more. So now maybe you have to learn what your manager does, and then in the future pursue a position as a manager. And so that way you can make that extra money that you're missing, the extra money that will take you to the next level and enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. Or like I said earlier, maybe you have to change a completely change a career, or who knows. The thing is that you will figure it out. You will figure it out by understanding where you need to be and where you are right now. So that's why we have um, um, this step. The very first step, the very first realization. Realize that what you are getting right now is not gonna take you where you want to be. So therefore, realize that you have to do things in a different way, right? Boom. So that's what we're talking about today. That's what I want you to get out of this realization. The first realization is I have to figure out what I'm going to do so I can get to the next level. Because I already realized that what I'm making right now is not going to take me there. If you came over here thinking that there's a secret sauce that with what you got right now, it's going to pump you up to the next level, no. You have to change, and things have to change in order to get to the next level. So that's what I needed, for us to understand today, that we have to do that. We have to change who we are. We have to change our careers. We have to change the way we make money, the way we think, read more books, understand how things work, how the world works, how politics work, how finances work, and change the way we do things, right? So that way we can get to the next level. That's what this realization, the first realization, is telling us. So that way we can get to our dream life.